this is their main page, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Blink and show you guys what Blink looks like and how to really navigate through it. Okay, so once we're logged in, two places how we navigate through Blink is up here, manage your pipeline, and we can click on Blink right here, or we can click on resources and scroll down a little bit, and it'll be Blink right here. Okay, both ways will take you to the same place. So we're going to go ahead and click on it. And then my internet could be a little bit slower. That'd be really cool. And so just to reiterate, so Blink is, again, the place where we take online applications, right? As Puya had mentioned, he sends the link to his borrowers and tells them, hey, click on the link, fill out your stuff, right? And then Sammy brought up that question, right? How many applications do you have that come in wrong, right? In terms of the numbers, in terms of employment or stuff like that. You know, with the borrower putting in an application themselves, as Cindy had mentioned, it's going to be skewed. It's probably going to be the best of the best of what they had for the year. So I wouldn't expect an application to be 100% accurate when you grab it from Blink, okay? And this is where the LCs come in play because the LCs, you know, one of your job roles is to go through the application with the borrower and make sure everything is accurate, right? Go through it line by line with them, even if it has been completed, right? Like income. Hey, you know, it shows that you put $5,000 a month for your income, which is about $60,000 a year for your salary. Is that correct, right? Then they're like, oh, wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to put 75K as a salary, right? So then that allows you to divert that and correct that issue, right? Of course, we're going to get the pay stubs in. We're going to get the W-2s and tax returns in, and that will dictate what their actual income is. But right off the bat, when we're doing that application, at least we have, okay, this is at least pretty accurate, right? It's not far off from what it initially was at. But I digress. Here is the pipeline view for Blink, okay? So it shows pretty much all the files that you as an LO, you're assigned to. And then LCs, you actually have the view of all the LOs that you're assigned to, the files that you're going to be assigned to. Okay, so you're not going to have like a view like I have where you'll be able to see everything, but you'll be able to see who you're assigned to and what loans are assigned to you. Okay, so going column by column, pretty straightforward stuff. You'll have your loan number. With Blink, it's going to be a alphanumeric code, usually about like 8 to 9 digits or spaces. Then you'll have the status date, what the last status date was. So if the application was taken that day, if the loan was canceled, yada, 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 it'll have the updated status date. The borrowers, right? Who the borrowers are. First name, last name. What type of loan is it? Is it a purchase? Is it a refinance? Also their address, right? Where they're buying. Their FICO score. So a FICO score will populate. So you can see right here, there's 0. And then right here is 738. FICO scores will populate once the credit report has been pulled. Okay. Within a Blink application, and we'll go through that step by step as well tomorrow, that one of the check boxes that a borrower must check off in order for their credit to be pulled is giving us authorization. So if they give us authorization, they go through the process, credit will be pulled then. If they don't give us authorization, we'll then manually have to pull credit ourselves. Okay. And I'll show you guys how to do that, LC specifically. And then the status, messages, if there's any internal messages between the loan officer and that borrower, who the loan officer is, and then send to, and then the source, right? Source, there's really nothing there. I wouldn't worry about that. But send to is actually pretty crucial because there's 2 buttons here, UWM and 3.2. So if we select UWM, what's going to happen is we're going to take this loan file and send it directly to UWM's pipeline. We don't ever want to do that, okay? So stay away from this button. This green button, even though it's green and it tells you, yeah, it's all good, stay away from it. If anything, we should just recolor this to red, but stay away from the UWM button. As an LC and an LO, the button that you really want to focus on is this download cloud with the 3.2, okay? So what it does, it allows you to actually download the file and it allows you to import the file directly into LendingPad, right? LendingPad is where we're all going to be living in, okay? So again, just keep in mind, Blink is the area where we're just going to take the application. and then we're going to take that, extract the application, and move it directly into Landing Pad. Okay. When we go through an application, when we discuss it with the bar on the LC side, we're never really going to make any changes within Blink. Okay. We're all going to make the changes within Landing Pad. So at least we have the original file in Blink. So in the case that we mess something up in Landing Pad, right? We happen to delete it, or something's wrong, or we need to duplicate from the old file, we can still take the original stuff from Blink and move it back into Landing Pad. Okay, so we try not to make any changes within the application in Blink in itself. Okay, it's about 3 o'clock, so Catherine, if you need to leave, that's perfectly fine. Prashant, if you need to leave, that's perfectly fine as well. But
I'll be back.
Perfect, not a problem. And so through Blink, we have a few things here. We have the very top where it just summarizes the borrower, subject property, everything that we just kind of went through, right? Primary residence, their loan amount, rate and APR. This is kind of what the borrower chooses because it gives them that option, but it's not the rate that they're going to be receiving for the loan, okay? Again, the loan officer's job is to shop it around with the lenders, see what rate they're actually qualified for, and then be able to issue that rate on the disclosures or the loan estimate or the fees worksheet. Okay, FICO score, loan to value ratio right here, and then the backend DTI. Keep in mind this backend DTI is not going to be accurate because again, income might be incorrect, liabilities might be incorrect. So we just keep it with a grain of salt that if you see it at like 75%, that may be completely wrong.